The glowing garden friends. Once upon a time, in the heart of Whisperwood Forest, where the trees spoke in gentle rustles and the moonlight painted silver paths between ancient oaks, lived a small gray rabbit named Luna. Luna was the shyest creature in all the forest, with soft fur that seemed to shine under the evening stars and a tiny twitching nose that was always sniffing for danger. Every evening, when the sun began to set and the forest grew quiet, Luna would hop very carefully to the edge of the glowing garden, a magical meadow where flowers bloomed with soft, colorful light. She would watch from behind a cluster of ferns as other animals gathered there, playing and sharing stories, but Luna was too timid to join them. "What if they don't like me?" she would whisper to herself, her little heart fluttering like butterfly wings. "What if I say something silly?" And so, night after night, Luna watched the gathering from afar, wishing she could be brave enough to make friends. One peaceful evening, as the first stars began to twinkle above the treetops, something unusual happened. A gentle blue light drifted down from the sky and settled on a flower near Luna. The light transformed into a beautiful azure butterfly with wings that sparkled like dewdrops in morning sunshine. "Hello there," the butterfly said in a voice as delicate as a breeze. "My name is Indigo. Why are you hiding all alone in the shadows?" Luna's ears twitched nervously, but something about Indigo's kind voice made her feel a little braver. I'm Luna," she murmured. "I'm watching the animals in the glowing garden." Indigo's wings fluttered softly. "Watching, but wouldn't you rather be joining them? The fireflies tell the most wonderful stories, and Oliver the Owl knows songs that can make the stars dance." Luna's nose quivered. "I'm too afraid, I wouldn't know what to say." The butterfly settled gently on a clover bloom. "I understand being afraid. Before I found my magic, I was afraid too. But sometimes, the most wonderful discoveries happen when we take tiny brave steps." That night, with Indigo fluttering encouragingly beside her, Luna took one small hop toward the glowing garden, then another and another. Her heart was beating quickly, but she didn't turn back. At the edge of the meadow, they met Russell, a fox with a tail that could create gentle winds. Beside him stood Dewdrop, a deer whose antlers collected morning dew and sprinkled it on thirsty plants. They welcomed Luna with such warmth that some of her shyness began to melt away. "We've seen you watching from the ferns," Dewdrop said kindly. "We've been hoping you would join us." As the moon climbed higher, Luna discovered that each animal in the glowing garden had a special gift. The hedgehogs could make flowers bloom by singing to them. The squirrels could speak to the trees and learn their ancient secrets. Even the smallest ladybug had the ability to heal scratched paws with a gentle touch. "Do I have a special gift too?" Luna wondered aloud, her voice barely a whisper. Indigo's wings shimmered. "Everyone has a gift, Luna. Sometimes we just need friends to help us discover it." Night after night, Luna returned to the glowing garden. She listened to the fireflies' stories and swayed to Oliver the Owl's starlight songs. She helped Dewdrop water the seedlings and laughed as Russell's tail winds made the dandelion seeds dance through the air. One evening, as they all gathered beneath the light of a full moon, dark clouds suddenly rolled across the sky. The glowing garden grew dim as moonlight and starlight were hidden away. The younger animals began to whimper in fear of the darkness. Luna felt a familiar flutter of fear in her chest, but then she looked around at her friends, her wonderful friends who had welcomed her and shown her kindness. Without thinking, she hopped to the center of the garden and began to tell a story about a brave little star who found its way home through the darkest night. As she spoke, something magical happened. Luna's gray fur began to glow with a soft, silvery light that illuminated the garden. The light grew brighter with each word of her story, until the whole meadow was bathed in a gentle, comforting glow. "Luna," Indigo gasped in delight, "you're shining like moonlight." Dewdrop's eyes sparkled. "That's your gift, Luna. Your stories bring light to darkness. You chase away fears with your words." Luna looked down at her glowing fur in amazement. All this time, she had been afraid of what others might think of her, never realizing that she carried this beautiful light inside. From that night on, Luna was no longer the shyest creature in Whisperwood Forest. She still spoke softly, and sometimes her nose still twitched when she met someone new. But she knew that she belonged in the circle of magical animal friends who gathered in the glowing garden each evening. As the seasons changed, Luna's stories brought comfort to many woodland creatures. When winter storms growled outside burrows or spring thunders rumbled overhead, the animals would gather close as Luna's gentle tailies and glowing fur reminded them that darkness never lasts forever when friends are near. And now, as the moon rises high and the night grows peaceful, the animals of Whisperwood Forest are curling up to sleep, their hearts full of friendship's magic. Their eyelids grow heavy, just like yours might be doing now, drifting toward dreams filled with glowing gardens and the soft light of newfound courage. Sweet dreams, little one. Remember that friendship has a magic all its own, just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed Luna's story, please subscribe and comment below to let me know which magical animal you'd like to hear about next. May your dreams be as bright as Luna's glowing fur, until the morning sun peeks through your window once more.